I got an email from 3 different companies that are now working together to create one new plugin, which is called the Islander vari-mu compressor with clipper. Yeah, let's take a look.
Islander. Crafted by Wavegrove. Tuned by Tapeover. Inspired by handcrafted laboratories.
Is this voice the new Dan Worrell?
This is not just another compressor in an oversaturated market. This is a dual-gain stage feeder with time controls that doesn't get in the way. This is a classic vari-mu design filled with a gritty groove.
Hey, he's using the... I'm so easily distracted. He's using the knob on the SSL controller for plugin control. I never got that to work. Interesting.
Parallel tube drive design. This is not one to...
Oh! It's a hardware box as well.
It's a lever to your lust of luffs.
Lust of loves. Lust for loves. Okay. So yeah, this is it. We've got wet, dry. We can link those, as I've seen. We've got control link for the left and the right channel, which I like to have. Control link, yeah, like this. The controls are the same on the left and the right. And we can link these gain knobs so that it's more equal gain. We also have some level calibration here. So that's all very good. They really thought about things like level. And that's of course logical if this thing comes from an analog box. Like the analog way of thinking, you're so precise on levels. Threshold attack release. We've got a sidechain filter. We've got feedback, feed forward, which is interesting. We're going to listen to that. Some other tweaks. Let's just try it out. And before I'm trying it out, I want to say that yes, they emailed me with early access to this plugin, which I highly appreciated that they did that, because then I can push out this video on their launch date, which is beneficial for everybody. However, my assistants are in contact with Wavegrove Handcrafted Laboratories and Tapeover to get all the management done in the background. I'm personally not involved in that contact, and they didn't give me any instructions on how to review this, or am I going to give them a preview of this video or whatsoever. And if you appreciate that, make sure to support my independence. I'll link Toman and Sweetwater over here and Plugin Boutique over here. Buy something in one of those shops and a little bit of your purchase gets kicked back to me. Anyway, let's run audio through it. Here is Sandstorm by Darude.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind?
Okay,
Sick and tired of the 9 to
let's compress something. There you go.
Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car.
Oh, okay. So this is level calibration for the threshold, I think.
Let's get out, we can leave this city.
So what's interesting is, or what I thought I was hearing is,
Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty.
so is it coloring now?
Blowing in your hair.
Or are we hearing a level difference? Because it levels up a little bit.
Don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count.
I think it's just a level difference. It's pretty easy to test these type of things. If you want to know if there's some distortion, you can just get an analyzer and a tone generator, and you're just, looking at harmonics. So if we drag it down, we can see that there are no harmonics, of course, because it's now the dry signal. If we now push it up, yeah, it's still the dry signal. Let's move it up, the frequency, move it up a little bit, like this. So this all still gives us like no harmonics. Okay. So it's just, the extra level. You can see this, like, look at the fundamental here. If we now drag it down, you can see we have a little bit of a lower level. So it's leveling us up a little bit because of whatever, but it's not doing anything else. And it's a bit confusing.
Let's drive to the open air.
All right, let's do this a bit.
Countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back
Tasty.
someday.
A little bit.
Baby, don't you
All right,
understand
compression.
that we only get one life. I wanna make
There we go. And now we can calibrate the level a little bit, like this, so it's more sensitive. Yeah, better.
Hey, darling, I love it when it's me and you on the road with a couple.
So for situations like this, we can filter out the low frequencies.
Hey, darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time. Driving in the middle.
Pretty aggressive.
When the stars are bright.
I mean, I like these fast attack times, but I want to have a lower ratio, which I cannot set up in here. When we calm it down a little bit,
let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand?
whoa. I honestly was going into this review like, oh, yet again another one of those analog simulations, but this is going really well.
Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life. I wanna make it.
So here's the thing. With most analog simulations, I'm really annoyed by the high end, the high frequencies. They do not come out the way that they are supposed to come out compared to what I know from my analog equipment. I don't know if this always comes across on YouTube, because YouTube, you know, isn't lossless, unfortunately. That's a whole different story. But with this plugin, I'm not, you know, the highs are still, they're staying pretty open still. And normally in plugins, what we would see is some you know, fold back harmonics. And in this one, they're barely there. There is actually some stuff, but normally you would really see like a whole lot of crap here. This one is a lot cleaner. So I think it has something to do with the fold back harmonics. Here, look at this. We're clipping a lot more harmonics, and it's just not doing that. Like it's keeping it at minus 150 dB compared to minus, what is it, 17. So I think this thing is, yeah, it is oversampling actually over here. Oh, we can even. This is really cool. Look at this. Whoa. So it's oversampling 2 times because it thinks it's enough. And I mean, if you're not, like, if you're just saturating, could be enough. But look at this. Look at this. I love these details. Look at this. 2 times oversampling, 4 times oversampling, 8 times oversampling, 12 times, 16 times if you want. But then it goes back to 2 times. You cannot turn off the oversampling. They're getting a lot of things right in this plugin. I mean, really, really well done, everybody who worked on this. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I cannot find anything to bitch about yet. Let's try these 2 features out and the feed forward.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind?
Getting a different curve from that.
Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city light. Hey, darling, we could get out of town.
The traditional analog compression is feedback.
Pack our bags and get in that car. Leave a little note and we'll drive real far.
It's a bit more direct in its responsiveness.
Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty.
Let's see what it does on super fast.
Blowing in your hair. We can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand?
Interesting. I would actually love to figure out the software concept behind feedback and feed forward, because in like analog circuitry, I get it. But how does that work for software? Does software also work with a feedback loop then, or something that you can also, you know, chain differently? I don't know. All right, let's clip it.
We can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand. Yeah, we only get one life. I wanna.
I would love to have a ceiling for the clipping setting. That I can like say like, hey, keep it under -10 or something. Because this is going really heavy. Oh my God, let's clip it more.
Can look back someday. Baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey. Come on now and take my hand.
But listen to that kick.
Yeah,
To
we
that.
only
Listen,
get
listen.
one life. I wanna make it count.
So I will level compensate this in the edit, but there's a big level difference. But in the video edit, I will compensate for the level. I'm impressed. And I'm not easily impressed. But this sounds really promising, really good. I wasn't expecting that. I really thought going into, like, normally I prepare my reviews and I'm like, okay, oh yeah, yet again, another one of those vari-mu compressors, which is basically like a bog standard compression algorithm, as Dan Worrell would call it, with some saturation slapped on it or whatever. And maybe this is, but they've done it really well. It's a nice color box. What I like about it is how subtle it is. So it's coloring, but it stays subtle. It's not going into, like, a lot of plugins also have that control of like, okay, so you're like, I don't know, here it sounds just not enough, and here it's too much. Like with this one, it's a bit like the GainLab Empress, where it's like all settings have a good vibe and a good color. Nothing is too much, nothing is too little. So yeah, with that being said, I would love to know what you all think of this plugin. So I'll link to whoever is going to distribute this plugin down below, where you can check it out. There will probably be a trial. If not, then I don't know. I have no information on that. So I hope that there will be a trial, because otherwise, yeah, then you have to believe me. Nobody should believe me or any reviewer on YouTube. Definitely with software, because you can test it yourself. And the only thing that I'm doing is showing how I would test such a thing. Anyway, I'll link to it down below. Come back to the comment section and let me know what you think. If you like my videos and want to support me, consider joining as a member. You can do that using the join button down below, except on an iOS device. There you have to go to the website because of some stupid App Store stuff. But when you join, you can then go back to your iOS device, to the app, as a member. You get early access to videos and some exclusive content and whatever. I'll link an interesting playlist over here. If you don't want to become a member but want to watch more videos to support the channel, I'll link an interesting video over here. Don't forget to subscribe, keep pushing, and bye-bye.